welcome to Thriving at Work Expert interview. And today I am just very excited because you and I are just so similar, DK. I would like to introduce you, DK Bakshi, all the way from Bangkok. Hi, DK. How are you?
I am absolutely great. It is really fascinating to be with you on this interview today. You
Oh,
are really very much full of energy like me. I love your energy.
yeah, I think we've got a similar kind of way of thinking, aren't we? And just it just shines out of us.
Absolutely. You are someone who is always making people to think differently and be in a mode of enhancing and rebuilding energy within the body as well as outside.
Oh, yeah.
Creativity of energy. I call it a passion of energy.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But DK, you work, so you've got your own company, which is really between India and Bangkok and Thailand, and you worked all over Asia. And you actually, this is what you love doing, isn't it? You work with businesses, you work with individuals, and you try to get the best out of them, don't you?
Yeah. Let me give you my background. I am in the field of human resources last 32 years. I worked for Indian
Mhm.
and multinational companies around the world. My last assignment was Thailand, Bangkok, as an expat Indian, where I was working as Global Human Resources Director covering Asia, America, and Europe.
Right.
So there were near about 16 to 17 countries. I was in charge of human resources. So I got a good opportunity of working with various regions, various colors of people, various nationalities. So when I see Europe, from Romania to Lithuania to Austria to Netherlands and even to England, and of course, and then from Alabama to North Carolina in US, and here in Asia, all the countries. After that, when I was working, I always had a passion of doing something on my own.
Mm.
That's where the birth of this global talent took place.
Right.
So
Okay.
I founded this global talent actually 25 years back, the name, but I actually started working near about 10 years back into global talent out of Bangkok. And
Okay.
then I spread my wings to Malaysia, Singapore, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Laos, Cambodia, of course, India. India has been the bigger one. And North America, I'm connected where I have operations in Toronto in Canada. My family lives in Canada.
Right.
So my future is that I might finally be there and operate from there globally.
One of
So
those
that is
days.
what my background is. And global talent is my, people call it business, I call it passion.
Yes.
It's my
Love it.
passion.
Yes.
I may not be a rich man by money, but I am very rich by relationships. I
Yes.
have relationships around the world, and I have friends, facilitators, trainers, people like you who are part of my team, and we together are MAD.
Yeah.
MAD, making a difference.
Oh, I
Making a
love that.
difference to the world.
Oh, I
That
love
is
that.
where this business has grown, and we are together making an impact to the world.
And that's how
Therefore,
you got to know each other, didn't we? That's how we got to know each other. We got introduced
absolutely,
by another
absolutely.
keynote speaker that I met in Kuala Lumpur last year. And he was telling, he was sharing that you were looking for woman trainer, women coaches, and that's how we kind of got connected. And he's a good man
Absolutely.
like us, isn't he?
And you are one of a very important element in my women power. And this women power is going to be a global women power concept, not only at United Nations, but even organizations. In fact, today we need to think about it that how women leaders are probably the best leaders in the world. We have seen that. And we are seeing that
Well,
already happening.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, it's one of the things that, we obviously we were discussing earlier, but that COVID-19, that pandemic thing has really turned a lot of stones around, doesn't it? And it's making everybody rethink, reevaluate, refocus, and how do we actually do business? And how does that impact our people? What do you see the biggest challenges on employees at this moment in time with that kind of pandemic hanging over us?
Yeah, I have been myself as an employee, whether I was a vice president or a manager or a general manager or a director. So I have seen both sides.
Mm.
So I have seen myself as an employee and I have seen myself as a business promoter or a founder or an owner. So when an employee is in the present crisis of unprecedented, volatile, tough situation, he's lost, she's lost. They are under a lot of stress and strain because every day the televisions, newspapers, Googles are talking about so many people losing their job. People are asked to go on leave without pay. Airlines getting closed. Factories getting closed. Manufacturing bases will shift. So on and so forth. Every day, on an average, 8 to 10 messages that people are losing job, losing job, losing job.
Mm.
Now look at an employee who is a professional, whatever level they are. They get panicky because one is they have nothing to work on. Second is they have a family to feed. So both the elements, everybody cannot be a business owner.
Mm.
Everybody cannot start a startup.
Mm.
It's not possible for everybody. There are people made for it. I mean, I was at a very high level of salary in dollars with a house and a car and a driver and travel. And I left because I knew it is in me.
Yeah.
It's not possible for everybody. So employees right now are actually in pain.
Mm.
They are going through one of the worst times of their lives. So I always talk to my leaders with whom I am working that you need to connect to employees regularly, either a WhatsApp or Zoom calls, and talk to them, motivate them, inspire them, help them at this point of time. So what? Even if you have to pay a couple of months' salary from your savings, there are no invoices, there's no income, but keep them with you. I always talk that to an employee, even if you don't go and attend his cocktail, attend his birthday, but when this employee is in mess, there's a loss in the family, there's somebody, he is losing part of his life, there's something wrong with his wife or son or daughter, that time give the shoulder to that employee. No need to go for a cocktail, no need to go for a dinner, no need to go for a picnic. But when the employee is in mess, are you giving the shoulder to the employee? And this is the time when business owners must give that shoulder to employees. And the moment you give that, they will be wedded, married to you for a long time.
That creates loyalty, isn't it? Employees' loyalty is just as important as customer loyalty. You're saving money, you're building people for their life, for their future. It really kind of creates a community, not just a job, isn't it?
Absolutely, because everybody has a purpose of life. Employees do not work only for money. They also work for their own purpose and a mission. They also want to grow and go. And last 10, 20 years, world has seen different because loyalty factor has taken a back seat. People change jobs easily, which was not a time when we used to do it. When I was as an HR person, so 20 years back, in case I get a profile of a person and he has changed 4 jobs, I will not even call him for an interview. But today, when I will call somebody for an interview, I will call somebody who has changed 4 jobs, 4 countries, 4 places, because World has changed. Now this guy has got exposure of multicultural, multinational, different backgrounds, FMCG, consumer durable, IT. I would like to interview that person.
Mm.
So this is change is law.
Yeah.
Growth optional.
Mm.
Choose it wisely. The change has happened in the world, but still at the same time, whether the employee stays with me only for 4 years and moves on, but 4 years, he should be loyal to you. So
Mm.
that loyalty factor is very important. The commitment to drive the business dynamics and business performance during the period the employee stays is essential. Today, I can't expect somebody to stay for 20 years.
Mm.
Today, somebody stays only for 4 years and gives a great contribution and moves on to the next level in some other company. Fine. And I say, okay, all the best.
Mm.
But it was not 10, 15 years back.
Mm.
I tell my son he works for Siemens, and Siemens people work for 20 years, 25 years. And he says, it's not necessary I will remain for 20, 25 years because this is a new generation.
Mm.
And I also expect he goes to some other company in the next couple of years, learns and moves forward.
Mm.
Learning is with multiple organizations, multiple locations, multiple cultures. Diversity is part of life.
Mm.
You just see we are into a diverse group right now.
Mm.
And when we are into in the training room, you coming from France, from England, I from India and Bangkok, and somebody coming from US, three of us in the well, and there are another 25 participants. What kind of experience we are sharing? My
Mm.
God.
Yeah.
So this is precisely what I am saying, that employee is also on a mission, on a purpose.
Yes.
Of course, employee has to make money for the family.
Mm.
So
Of
we need to
course.
take care of employees in any case.
Mm. So Dika, you talk about 4 E's. You've
Mm.
got 4 E's of engagement or motivation. How do they work? So what your 4 E's are?
So when I talk about engagement, excitement, enlightenment, and education. So first is when I talk about education, education is where we talk about training. We all get education when we are in our schools, in our colleges, in our universities, in our degree programs. But that education is a theoretical one. That is not a practical one. The real practice of education is when this guy or go to the business, go to the corporate world. So when an employee comes and starts working, all what has been taught in education, professional qualifications has to be implemented in the corporate world. There are many thought leaders, but there are very less people who are able to implement it properly. You can put a thought, but real sweating is when you start implementing. That is where the education comes in.
Mm.
So during the process of working for a company, you are yourself into the education mode, and there's someone senior who is your mentor, who is your hand holding like a teacher or a professor. So education is never going to go away from you.
Mm. Okay, so the next one is experience. Is that right?
Absolutely. Now, this is another important aspect of E. Experience is when whatever we do in a business school or in an engineering college is all theoretical, which we have not really implemented. So, but when we go to the corporate world or your own business, what is happening? Everything is on the ground. Most of the people have a lot of thoughts, but when it comes to the implementation, they start sweating, they start shivering. Experience is when you are on the ground and you start working and implementing the thing. I always give examples of a soccer game or a game of cricket. You have worked hard what you need to do, but when you go to the ground, add 1 second, the ball moves here and there. It can bowl on the side. The soccer game teaches us that just 1 second movement here and there can be devastating for you in the game. Similarly, in the game of cricket, when we have a bat in hand and there's a ball coming which is bouncer, how do you react to that bouncer and make a six?
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, in business dynamics, when we have the knowledge, how do you use your ability to convert that knowledge into delivery? We always talk about competency is combination of knowledge, skills, and attitude. KSA, knowledge, skills, and attitude. There may be great people who have great knowledge and they have great skill, but they have no attitude. They can never be capable. They can never be competent. There could be people who have less knowledge, less skill, but have high attitude. They can be competent. So when we talk about experience and we talk about implementation of the business delivery is where the real test of an employee, whatever level he is, whether he is level at a clerk, whether he's a manager, whether he's a leader, execution of the process is very important. And how do we ensure what was decided is delivered smartly, specific, measurable, achievable, result oriented, time bound. And to this smart, I am adding ER, ethical and relationship hungry. This world is relationship hungry. And you have to be ethical. You cannot be unethical in the business. You cannot be unethical in your approach. So be smarter in terms of experience. The way you built up your experience, now today what we are doing when we go to the classrooms, we are actually sharing experiential learning. When you and me are in the class of Women Power and we are talking about building excellence in life, what are we doing? We are together sharing an experiential learning with case studies, simulations, exercise, and they are doing this of us. That is what experience is. I always tell people that thoughts will become things. Thought become things by action, 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 action. In case thought remains here and I die with the thoughts, it will never become a thing. Somebody made this mobile phone from a thought and it has become a thing. Somebody made this electrical light. Somebody made this aeroplane. Somebody made this computer and laptop and internet. It was a thought of a person and it became a thing only by action. So experience is action. In case you have a great thought, but you are not able to take action and timely action, it can never become a great thing. So that is where the experience is. From experience, I move to engagement. In case we don't engage people and we only by lip service we do things and no engagement, it has no enjoyment. Just see this is one, it doesn't know. Just see this is one. Just see this is one doesn't. Just see this is one. So you have to engage people.
Yes.
In your business dynamics. That's what you do every day morning.
Yes.
And you go around, hey, I'm here, good morning, for the beach. Oh my God, we see you live. And the digital world is so powerful. I can see you, and I can get excited. My God, she's already on the road. The way she's going. So in business also, We need to engage people on a particular project, on a particular plan.
Mm.
So when plan gets ready, you need to communicate. Make people to understand the purpose of this project.
Mhm.
Engage them and empower them. I'm coming to another E here itself.
So that's the fourth.
Empower them
Yes.
and give them the freedom of acting.
Yes.
Give them the freedom of sharing their thoughts.
Yes.
I want to tell you the frankly, the thought process of someone who's very closer to the job is much more better than a top leader. All right? The
Yes.
person who's on the machine knows about the machine because every day. So in case we engage that machine operator and we engage and empower that machine operator and we be with them like an inspiration, like a motivator, things, the results can be extraordinary. I always say if you consistently, persistently empower people in a game plan, results will be of unexpected nature.
Mm.
I repeat, if you consistently, persistently empower people on a game plan on the whole, the results will be of unexpected nature.
Mm.
Why I'm saying this? Because when a person gets empowered, he takes the complete ownership of that project, of
Becomes
that job.
accountable, definitely.
He doesn't say, this is not my job. He says, I am the owner of this process, I am the owner of the job, I am the owner. So empowering and engaging people. But there's one important catch, which is very important for leaders, managers, that when you are empowering, when you are engaging people, please keep in mind that you need to be surely and certainly recognizing people continuously. And I always say, catch people doing something good.
Yes.
Don't catch people doing something wrong.
Yes.
The leaders and managers is they catch people doing something wrong. No, catch people doing something good. Do
Yes.
not catch people doing something wrong. The moment you are catching people doing something wrong, you are into a messy situation.
Mm.
So, therefore, when we are in a model of empowerment and engagement, let's give people opportunity to excel.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
make them to be part of your team and let's give them excitement to
Yes.
generate. Yeah.
So we've got much more ease than just sport, really, because we talked about education, experience, we talk about empowerment and engagement, but really we've got excitement as well, and we've got, all this kind of ease which, you want to put together. You need to really excel. That's another E. And if you are giving all those tools to people and if you're doing that yourself, you feel so good, don't you?
Absolutely. Because you see, in the world, what do? We are here for a particular purpose. Look at Corona, a very tough, a very tough period of our lives. We never thought we will ever get Corona. We were moving and we were enjoying, we were celebrating, we were working in our offices, we were doing all kinds of our lifestyle. Suddenly, this devastating disease, which still does not have any remedy, destroyed us.
Mm.
Can't we still, as human beings, look at ourselves not with a race, not with gender, not with color, not with religion, not with nationality, rather look at love and compassion. Let's spread, when we spread love and compassion, you will be respected as a leader.
It's so true, isn't it? So true.
So therefore, I always talk about that uh, COVID and Corona, whatever we talk about, is it is going to be something which is going to give all of us an opportunity to be different, opportunity to rework, re-establish, reinforce, revitalize, and rethink about the future.
Mm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Business is important,
Yeah.
but look at people.
Mm.
But people first, business then. First is people, 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 and people. People are behind businesses. We can create businesses. We can create dollars. We can create euros. In case there are no people, right?
Mm. Mm. Well, DK, that was just really amazing. Thank you so much for being with me today and really kind of sharing those 10 E's of really overcoming this period and now, but also it, beyond that, it's something that we just, we're going through it, but all those things are things that we have to do all the time, isn't it? We really have to be, bring some energy, serve with excellence, educate ourselves, be empowered to do things. All those things are things that we know we need to do on a daily basis, not just during COVID-19. So it's DK, if anybody wants to come in and find you, where do they find you? What's your website? I will put the link right below the video, but where?
Yeah, I will give that. Before that, I want to talk about Corona. Corana.
Right.
Corona.
Okay.
C is compassion leading to survival.
Okay.
Compassion leading to survival. O is onset for new normal. O is onset for new normal. R is rapture futuristic vision. Rapture futuristic vision. O is honest to deliver results. Honest to deliver results. And is navigate people and processes. Navigate people and processes is honesty of the future world.
Oh, this
That is
is.
what I find as Corona.
Oh.
Compassion leading to survival, onset for new normal, rapture futuristic vision, honest to deliver results, navigate processes, honesty for the future world. That is how I define Corona. Now, if you want to reach me, they can reach me on DK Bakshi, which is on LinkedIn,
Yes.
which is on Facebook. There's a website www.globaltalent.co.in. I am on Twitter. I've just gone to Instagram,
Right.
but you can find me at DK Bakshi on Twitter.
A bit like me, you're everywhere.
Google,
Google.
Google DK Bakshi, they will find me.
Exactly.
They will find this face on the Google. There's a lot of stuff on the Google.
Yeah, that's an easy one, isn't it? But I'll put the links anyway so people can follow you. You're doing some fantastic work with woman empowerment. You've got videos and webinars going on pretty much all the time. So it'll be great for people to come and follow you on the social media platform. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic end of this day. And I hope to see you very soon, face to face for real,
Thank
very
you
soon.
very much. We are not shaking hands, but we are holding hands with namaste and we are hugging like this.
Absolutely.
We like it. And when we meet and social distances are over, we will hug, we will touch, we will feel, because human beings need hugs, human beings need care,
Yeah.
human beings need love, human beings need compassion. It has been fascinating to be with you on this interview, and I respect you. You are a power of energy, you are a power of excitement, and you are a power of engaging people. Keep this on,
Oh.
and you're so beautiful with this power of engagement, with this power of excitement, with this power of energy. God has given you beauty of life.
Oh.
And I salute you for what you are and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you soon.